It's late summer on Maryland's eastern shore. Dawn breaks gently over the sandy dunes. The swath of color, a welcome prize for early risers who venture out in the brisk morning air at Assateague State Park. From above, this 2-mile stretch of ocean and bay may appear small compared to the imposing national seashore that surrounds it. But Maryland's easternmost state park still earns the respect of the many sun-seeking beach lovers and avid campers who frequent its sandy shores. But for some, it's not the beach, but rather the offshore winds that hold the allure. Kite surfing the mighty Atlantic Ocean and neighboring Seneca Bay is a thrill that takes strength and skill. The winds here are strong and predictable, making for perfect kite surfing conditions. Assateague was part of an ambitious venture Maryland embarked upon between 1945 and 1975 that established dozens of new state parks. Like its neighbor in Snow Hill, Pocomoke River State Park. From its headwaters at Delaware's Great Cypress Swamp, the Pocomoke River flows 45 miles before it empties into the Chesapeake Bay. Along the way, it provides abundant flat water through small creeks and inlets for paddling trips by canoe and kayak in picturesque cypress groves. From the backwater trails of Pocomoke to the manicured beaches and Civil War reenactments at Southern Maryland's Point Lookout State Park. Maryland's park system encompasses more than 97,000 acres, 48 state parks, many based around lakes, rivers, and bays. They cover varied terrain, ideal for outdoor play.
Maryland is just a fantastic place for trail lovers.
Dave McGill is the Maryland Advocacy Director for the Mid-Atlantic Off-Road Enthusiasts. The group builds and maintains trails throughout the state. Today, we're at Seneca Creek State Park near Gaithersburg.
Seneca Creek State Park is a long park. It runs along Seneca Creek for almost 15 miles. It's really nice to have so much water in the area. Seneca Creek is what creates such wonderful land. We have trails that go right through the middle of corn and soybean fields, which are an awful lot of fun, especially during the season. There's a lot of woods, field edges. It's just a fun kind of natural playground for bikes.
Most Maryland parks are easily recognized and well maintained, with lots of things to do for most skill levels. Wills Mountain is not one of those parks.
The park itself is one of the newer established parks.
Dave Best is the lead ranger here at Wills Mountain.
What we're in the process of doing is making this a climbing-friendly area here on Wills Mountain.
Wills Mountain is a rugged, undeveloped site overlooking the Cumberland Narrows just outside of the main part of town.
This part of Wills Mountain here is unique in all of Maryland.
Mark Indy Cockte is with the Western Maryland Climbing Coalition.
We have this very expansive cliff face that's about 3/4 of a mile from end to end, and it goes anywhere from 20 to almost 200 feet tall.
The Narrows is another 400 feet below the cliff space. So at the top, a climber here is looking at a 600-foot drop at its steepest point. Not a climb for the faint of heart.
It offers a plethora of types of climbing for top roping, easy climbing, hard climbing, and trad climbing. We want to come out, we want to have fun, we want to enjoy.
While Indy and his team were taking in the view from above, 600 feet below, a group of rail enthusiasts is enjoying a ride pulled by a vintage steam engine. Steam trains regularly hauled loads of coal through mountain towns like Cumberland until the mid-1950s. Today, the Western Maryland Scenic Railroad transports passengers back in time on a 16-mile adventure from Cumberland to Frostburg. The early morning sun peeks over the dew-laden trees, illuminating an ethereal mist hanging low over Deep Creek, Maryland's westernmost lake resort. The adjacent 1,800-acre Deep Creek State Park is a genuine testament to an early Park Service tenet of preserving necessary space for vigorous outdoor activity to improve body and mind. The park has 20 miles of hiking trails and shoreline, as well as 2 protected beaches for swimming. The glass-like lake is a serene place to kayak, canoe, and stand-up paddleboard. Deep Creek Lake got its start nearly a century ago from a hydroelectric project here that dammed up the Youghiogheny River. The dam's water release schedule makes for some tremendous whitewater boating. If you happen to miss the release, you can still run rapids at the top of Marsh Mountain on the world's only mountaintop recirculating whitewater course. The 3/4-mile course uses 6 separate wave shapers, creating anything from Olympic-caliber whitewater to family-friendly rapids. The Maryland State Park System remains one of the oldest, most vibrant, and diverse in the United States today. From tranquil backwater to sheer mountain cliffs, to the pristine waters of wild running rivers, our parks offer a diversity of nature and beauty to enjoy today and for years to come.